Buenos días, clase de español. This is Señor Irvin, and this is La Ciudad Scavenger Hunt build, and it's worth 1000 XP. I have a rubric here below that I would highly recommend taking a look at. This is due Wednesday, April 27th at 3:04. We need it to be done by Wednesday so that you can go ahead and participate in Scavenger Hunt on Thursday, and then Friday is going to be our epic exam. So what do you have to actually go ahead and do? It says your group will be creating a scavenger hunt in the city you created. And you be sure to follow these instructions. You must have a minimum of 10 clues. Now check out my rubric here to make sure that if you have 10 clues, you're basically going to get an 80% on the number of clues created. But we want to have up to 15 different clues. Okay, so we want to make sure we have directions from one place to another, and that each one of the set of directions, okay, this is important, I'll show you an example of that, must have a minimum of 5 instructions. The instructions include things like todo recto, dobla a la derecha, dobla a la izquierda, el edificio está a la derecha, el edificio está a la izquierda, estoy en la plaza, for example. All of those are directions. So this says watch the video below. This is the video you're watching right now. Now, you're going to share all of those instructions, and you hopefully already watched the video about the Google Docs. You're going to share that with your group mates, and you're also going to share that with Señor Irvin. When you are done, then you post your link to your scavenger hunt directions on the updates, and that's how people are going to find your clues. Okay, so they're going to be able to locate them, and I'll show you that in just a bit also. Okay, so basically you have until Wednesday to go ahead and complete the scavenger hunt. Make sure that you let people know where to start. So they need to teleport to the specific build. So they, for example, they need to know if it's group 2 5th hour, or as in the directions that I've given here, I say, this is my example, this is the teleport directions are Spencer's group. Okay, so that's how you go ahead and get to this specific build. So let's do this. Move this over to this side. I have the build on this side, and here's some directions. Okay, so here's my example of how you go about doing this. This is an example of how to do one. And this will show you the reason why you want to make sure that you work with your classmates at the same time, collaboratively, to make these clues. You don't want to make these one at a time, or you're never going to finish by Wednesday. Okay, so you want to make sure, okay, I'm going to go from La Plaza, for example, to somewhere else in this map, and then I'm going to create the set of directions, and I can be working on this document at the exact same time that some of my classmates are working on. So really the only thing you have to decide altogether is figure out, okay, let's figure out what are going to be the 15 sets of directions, like from what place to what place, and make sure that those are all different. Okay, and then just let people then assign those specific clues, we call them pistas in Espanol, to group mates there. Okay, and then from there, each group or each person in the group can go ahead and work on the document themselves. Okay, so that you can make sure and complete it in time. So check out how this actually works. First, let's go to this. We have La Plaza here, and we want to make sure, number one, that all of our streets are clearly labeled. I went here and I put Avenida Lopez in Spencer's build, and I put it on this side of the street because I saw it on the way. Or avenue, sorry. I saw it on that far side of the avenue, so I just made a sign there. This is La Plaza. So this directions are start off in La Plaza. How do I know? Right here it says, estoy en La Plaza. So I start in La Plaza, and it says, todo recto en la Avenida Lopez. So I know I'm going straight ahead on Avenida Lopez. So let's cruise down the street here. And this is what your classmates will be doing. So they're cruising down Avenida Lopez. And I know that my next set of directions, as far as you can see on the left, it says dobla a la derecha en la calle Veracruz. So I'm reaching an intersection here. And I know it says dobla a la derecha. So let's see if this is calle Veracruz. It is. So it says dobla a la derecha en la calle Veracruz. I'm going to do that. Now it says todo recto en la calle Veracruz. I'm going to go straight ahead right here. En la calle Veracruz hasta la Avenida Mariposa. So let's find Avenida Mariposa. And that must be here. Avenida Mariposa. Now, this one's obvious because you can't turn to the right. So let's see if it says dobla a la izquierda en la Avenida Mariposa. It did. So I'm going to come down here, Avenida Mariposa. It tells me my last set of directions. It says el edificio, the building, está a la izquierda. And actually, this is incorrect. It should say, está a la derecha, because that's where I think I put the clues. Izquierda would have been this building, but derecha is actually this building right here where it says escuela. So this is a good chance that you'll be able to see. You want to make sure that your directions do make sense and that you can follow them. So now I'm going to come into la escuela here, and I should be able to find something that tells me, muy bien, very good. Esta es la pista número uno. What's that mean? This is clue number 1, as it says right here, pista número uno. I look in here, I have something, some sort of item, and in this case, it's just a bunch of ones. So what you would do is just take one of the ones and then put them into your inventory. When you go ahead and participate in the scavenger hunts, you're going to take the clues, okay, and then get each of your set of clues. You're going to take a picture of this location. For example, I'm going to press F2 here. Now I saved the screenshot of this location. It's more important that you take the screenshot than it is even to take the whatever is inside the chest. It's just like a little reward that you can go ahead and get out of the chest. It doesn't matter what you decide to go ahead and put inside of each of the different chests, just as long as your directions are clear, they lead to the exact right direction, and that the person then must take a picture of the end. Okay, so the end would be this sign, and it would tell me once again, good job, you are at pista número uno. Now they must get through all 10 or 15 clues, pistas, as they go through your scavenger hunt, and that's how they show they completed it. Okay? Muy bien. So this is how you do it. You go ahead and create a Google Doc, share the Google Doc with your classmates, with your group mates, sorry, and then eventually you'll share that same Google Doc with all of us. You'll be able to say, anyone with this link can view. You're going to copy this document here, and you're going to go back to Schoology. Let's blow up Schoology really big. And on the updates, you have the ability to go ahead and go like this. So you're going to be able to put on the updates here. And you're going to be able to go to Spanish 1. Make sure this is on a desktop computer, obviously. You're going to be logged in anyway into Schoology. And then you're going to be able to put in, like, Spencer's group. And you can even put in who is in Spencer's group. You can put in, like, Spencer and whoever else, okay? And then blah, 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 blah. Put them all in there. I can't spell. And then put them all in. And then share that link. I'm going to copy and paste that link right here to the directions, La Ciudad, right? And then just post it. And then what people are going to be able to do is when they get to it on Thursday, there's going to be a list of all of these different sets of clues for them to be able to participate in. And part of their grade is going to be not just the build, but also participating in and finding each of the set of clues by following directions. Bueno, that is all I've got. Adios, hasta la vista. If you have questions for this entire thing, make sure you ask me. Bye-bye.